Welcome back to Barely D&D, your sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It's your boy, Daniel. We're here with the crew and all the peeps. And we're on an island, bro. We're on a lonely island, one might say. That's where we're at. So I hope you're ready for some island chicanery.
Chicaneries? That's a good word.
Millennial pause. Did y'all hear it?
I don't understand the millennial pause. I think I'm blind to it because of me being a millennial.
What's the millennial pause?
It's apparently something that we all do and they don't.
Wait, you set up the camera. It's the Gen Z shake where they start a video actively setting the camera down versus the millennial pause where you start the video and then it's like oh sorry. It's like where you start the video and then you pause and then you start talking. The Gen Z shake is it's like the opposite side of the pendulum to the millennial pause. Yes, Micah?
So it started whenever Snapchat, you had to hold it down and wait for a second.
Oh, did it?
And then it would start recording you. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
It would take like a second for it to like start recording. So they would wait. And so then they got used to that. And so now whenever they just record themselves, there's like and now we're talking.
I love this you versus them thing going on.
It makes perfect sense because you're making sure it's started.
Andrea,
like you're just like
you're just
it makes sense.
Don't you think that the Gen Z shake is like it's like on the fly and it's like loosey goosey and it's like I'm just like
the Gen Z shake is performative.
No, the Gen Z shake.
It's not
performative. You don't need to shake that camera. Set the camera.
You don't need to shake it.
They just set the camera.
Hey, if I can't shoot my food, you can't shake
camera do to you.
I tell you what.
The recorder has a timer. Set it down before you hit record.
And anyways, we know Gen Zs are editing it to the millisecond to start it exactly when they want. So if they edit out the millennial pause, they can edit out the shake.
Guys, the animosity being produced here is not painting us in a good light.
Yeah,
it's making us look exactly like the stereotype. We've got to back off.
Listener,
it's your boy Daniel.
That's the point.
I'm literally on the cusp, but I strongly identify millennial.
Yeah, I've been told many times that like all of us are like
anyone who's
right
on the
at
cusp
the
is like, no, I'm
division.
millennial. I swear I'm a millennial.
We are so not Gen Z.
Okay,
it
guys.
can't
So
be
Gen Z.
overstated.
I'm
So
very
it's
Gen
definitely
Z.
millennials.
I will say, okay, a little tiny story. I had a client who literally bad-mouthed Gen Z as literally like just being absolutely stupid and having no like intelligence.
No way.
In front of me, like to my face, and I'm like just nodding. He's like this elderly client. I'm like, okay, and he's like,
Gen Z stare.
The self-control.
I was at a book club and they were talking about like Gen Z and millennials and I was trying to play it cool. I was like, yeah.
For sure.
I felt like I was undercover.
Yeah. And it's like, can you guys not tell? Are you blind? Or...
I know.
It's
like
it's gonna be so tempting in those moments not to go like, oh my goodness, yes, Gen Z's the worst. That's why I hate boomers. And just to,
oh
like
my
Gen Z sucks and boomers are worse. Let's talk about it. And just watch him be like, Anyway.
But he's sweet. We love him.
Remember, never forget Gen X is right there to Sean.
It's
also true.
For
but my parents are Gen X.
All right.
Yeah, my parents are sorry.
Okay.
Dealt with last week.
There's one bleep per episode. I'll bleep that one at the beginning. Bleep intro. We'll keep going.
Oh. Bleep.
Technically, it's still PG-13.
Wait, did I say something? Did I cuss there?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's okay. It's second nature. We're just gonna keep going.
I didn't hear it either. You guys are like, please.
Well, we're not gonna discuss it because then I have to edit it again. Anyway, moving on. We really got sidelined with that one. Our Letterder question, which Micah came up with, so she deserves the blame. If you write,
what?
Okay.
I thought you were passing it to me. I thought you were passing it over to me.
Okay, take it away, Mike.
I'm sorry. You mentioned my name, and I was like, "Oh, that means it's my time to talk." Okay, and then you continued. Anyways,
and that's that Gen Z attention span right there.
Oh my god.
homeschool. Okay, homeschool the mix of Gen Z. Okay, that's where we're at. So, my letter question, which I kindly got the introduction for, was
that definitely was an introduction.
We're gonna call it that. We're gonna call it that. I'm here now. We're here now.
Imagine if anytime someone said Micah's name, she just started talking. It was like a Pavlovian response. Someone was like, "Oh my goodness, Micah, what I appreciate." Yeah, so I was at the store the other day.
I was over on the bench.
People in Micah's life have to learn never to say her name to her. Micah's like crying, like stop, and then someone says her name, and she's just like, "Okay, it's time to work," and she just can't stop it.
So this is so bad because we're all
out of breath. But fact.
No, this is so bad because we're like all laughing, but this is a really sad question. So the question is, if you could write, oh my gosh, what was the writing? If you could write your character's death, what would it be? What would be like the best way you would want
character's death in this campaign?
In this campaign,
write how they would die in this narrative. What would you write?
Yeah. How would you want them to be honored?
So question. Is this like are we surviving? Have we survived Dolgoth in this hypothetical? No, sorry. Zhav'ian?
Dolgoth?
Sorry.
He comes back to life.
Hypothetical question. Did we die on the Corvette?
This whole thing has been a dream since episode 20.
I would say not even with Zhav'ian.
Janus, you keep talking.
In general.
They're not here.
So
it's just all the way back to Home Cove. Janus is in the first tavern, just like, yeah, and just taking another drink and just narrating this for years. Should we do? Well, hold on. Here's the thing. Do we want?
I'm confused about the question now.
This is a clarification we should have made before we started the thing. Is the question like, how would you write your character dying in this conflict, or how would you write your character dying peacefully after the conflict is over?
No, I wouldn't even say. I would say you could even like say before the conflict. Like I'm saying, how just in your lifetime, what would be the way that you would want your character to die?
Would want
the character to fight.
Okay, never mind. This is not a sad question at all. How would you like your character to die?
No, but I mean, like, okay.
Well, peacefully married years later is pretty chill.
It's sad because we might not get there. It's sad because that might not be how we die.
Hold on.
Okay,
now
so
I'm
fine.
confused.
In the
what is?
No, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to.
Satisfying for the story arc.
I'm confused now.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
What is satisfying for the story arc, or what just makes us happy?
That's a good question.
I say
this is a train wreck.
Leave it up to your choosing. It can be Zhav'ian. It can be after Zhav'ian. If you want to die at the fight with Zhav'ian, then fine. But if you want to die after, then cool. Like pick. You pick.
Oh my God, I'm so
it's up to
sorry.
the person.
I feel like we've ruined. What if? Hold on. What if we did first episode die in the conflict, second episode die after?
Sure.
Die in victory?
No,
No, I've made it worse.
Just interpret the question how you will and answer it that way.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm ready.
Go get it, Daniel.
Cool.
I definitely took it the first way, but that's okay. I think nobly is how he would die. But to set the scene, I would imagine that it would be all of his friends hurting on the battlefield, but no one's dead yet. And there's the last strands of life in Zhav'ian's eyes. And it's not even that I'm getting the last kill or anything like that, but I'm just in the way. And like he is technically able to go and fight everyone else. But every round he spends his whole time attacking me alone. I keep on reviving, right? So I have this amazing revival rate. So I keep dying and dying and dying and dying. And then right before my final death, everyone's able to kill him. And then I fall to my ground to my knees, blood streaming down. And with a grim smile, I fall to my doom.
Well, we shouldn't have let him go
Pretty-
first because now I'm
That's
just gonna
pretty
be like,
cool.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were we not
Pretty
all
cool.
going to say heroically in the battle?
The thing I wanted to point out about that was that Micah, very understandably in the chat, was like, I forgot my food, and she went and got it. And then Daniel was like, and I fall to my knees with blood streaming down my face, and Abby messaged, yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's go with Zhav'ian. How would Zhav'ian?
I mean, I want him to survive, but I very much do think it would. He narratively would very much make a heroic sacrifice. He loves to throw himself in front of stuff. And especially if he sees like it's like fire or something, he's like, I'm resistant. Like I could take this better than the person I'm moving. I don't have the whole story about that Dan said
sure.
about like seeing the state, but also I do see, but I mean like at very much a like a push Janus or Weewoo out of the way, lock eyes with like for half a second, and then and get the last hit on Zergabal at it. Why not? I do want the last hit. I do want that.
I want it all.
I want it all.
I want it all.
Blaze of glory. Third time's the charm. Well, yeah, I like died in this campaign, and it was super.
Nice. This is Andrea. This description is taking me back to the Yeppen fight when you like showed up and you were like, "Yeppen, I have come to vanquish you," and he was like, "Blah!" with a beam. It did 90 damage, and you were like, "Heard, understood. I'll be over here. I'm so sorry."
Through that whole thing, I don't know what was wrong with me playing Zhav'ian. There was.
It was phenomenal.
You guys actually killed Yeppen. That's crazy to me. Because we played the Winter Storm and we all died.
Real fast.
But you said the Yeppen fight, and I was like, oh, you guys survived that. That's crazy.
They were a lot higher level than us, though, right?
And there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
We were 9th or 10th level?
Yeah, 9th and 10th. Yeah, in the North Storm one shot, I think everyone was level 6. And there were 4 of you instead of like 10 of you. So
there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
I was gonna do Gretta, but then
that's
Abby
not really
left.
matched.
What about Ro?
Wait, so what did we decide on? It has to be like
We never made a decision.
We never made a
will.
decision?
What's your answer?
Okay, fine.
It's your
Since we never
heart's
made a
desire.
decision, I would like Ro to live until she's like, what's the age for half dryads? Like 500. And
I mean, given that you're half dryad and half halfling, I mean, it's like 400 to 500.
Yeah. So I would like her to live a long, long, happy life and then die peacefully.
Okay, I have a question. Would it be really cool? How would it? Okay, this is just a possibility. What if her and Thespis have like mini rows, and then they all are like playing music to you or like to Ro
While
as she's
she
like
dies?
passing? Yeah, like playing like her favorite of the songs that she made, and like as she's like slowly.
These are adult children at this point.
Yeah, they would be adult children. Abby has a hammer. I just want to let that be known.
Wow.
She's swinging it around.
Abby, how would Greta die?
But I mean, like, how would you want Ro to be honored?
That would be really sweet.
Yeah.
I think I think she would want to die peacefully around her loved ones and any of her found family that is still around, and which are the fun guys or any adjacent people. And yeah, that would be cool. The music thing, and then I don't like thinking about her death, okay? That's why this is more vague than I usually go. So that's it.
Fair enough.
Amen.
Grickle.
Greg.
What would be yours?
I think Greta would like to live through the Zhav'ian fight. And I think she would probably like have been slowing down for a long time, but like trying to like put on faces so that her loved ones don't get, if she's like, if whoever she's around and whoever she's spending her time with doesn't get too worried about her. And I think she'd probably like make a little dinner one night, maybe one time, and just have a little dinner with everyone. And then I think she'd go out into nature and just find a place to like kind of quietly pass away. Like, you know how like a dog will go and like find a place away from its little pack to die? I think she would want to die just like falling asleep under a tree. Something like that.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Embrace the inner raccoon.
Yeah, I feel like she would know when it was coming, Like I feel like she would be able to tell, and I feel like she'd just like I would like it to be pretty peaceful.
That feels very Greta. Janus Jickle. Oh, who's the TM NPC?
Ewegg.
Ewegg it is. Sorry, Jickle. You were no. Oh, that's confusing.
I don't. That's weird.
Kickle. Sorry, Kickle.
Tickle.
That's weird. I think. Anyways,
I want to call you now. Please continue.
No. I think
No.
in general, like for quite a while, I've always been like really scared of Janus like dying and everything. But I think I finally got to the point during one of our last sessions that like I feel like she would absolutely like take one for everybody. And maybe do it in a way where like people don't even know what's about to happen, kind of, so that they don't sacrifice themselves. Like I feel like she would like try to quietly sacrifice herself in it. So like whether that's in the final boss fight or whatnot, I just feel like either way, I feel like she doesn't want to make a big dent in leaving, because like she's been able to do everything that she's wanted to, and like she's at peace, So I think that's where I'm at. Either way, if it happens during or after, So yeah.
Heck yeah. Micah, what about Mikkel?
So I know that this is not a canonized feature, but I'd like to think something magical happens when a character is like passing from life to something else, not descript at all. Don't know what it is, don't know what it is. But
Good.
I'd like to think
Good.
Yeah, thanks. I'm trying. You know how sometimes you can transfer like healing points to someone? I'd like to think that if one of Craig's like friends were like on, like rolling like the die, the scary die, that if he were close to passing, he would just transfer his like health to that person. And like it would start out as healing hit points, but maybe that as like power friendship, it just all converts to that person, and they like.
Well, it could be more meaning, or like more. I don't know. It could be more seriously flavored as like choosing to spend your last action on healing, but like just even that effort of casting the spell was all the energy your body had left. Yeah, it doesn't have to be as corny as power of friendship.
No, but I mean like even though Craig might not be close to passing, that the act of like seeing that his friend is almost passing, that he gives all of his health to that friend. that he gives all that he has, and he
That's
allows
wonderful.
himself to pass for them.
That feels very Craig. Act of passion. Eweg. Let's see. Man, what a good question. He's presided over the deaths of so many. I think for Eweg, an ideal death would be a letting go. And which, that is very true of death. But what I mean is that, like, as the great healer, I think he would not want ceremony and healing. I think in trying to find like an other side of the coin, I think Eweg would love to pursue a more peaceful death. Like I think Eweg is very at peace with dying in conflict. But I don't think it's what obviously it's not what any of the characters want, but I mean, I think he would love to survive and live on. I think he, like so many members of the group, would like to take on a much more humble existence. And I think he would like to, Eweg would like to die by the ocean. Because that's where his life started. In that Isle of Vashtan, he was he was in that sea edge temple at that rocky coast where like travelers would come, and that order of Eldath there would like meet sailors and tend to people's needs before they were pushed out by Kefkin influence. And I think returning to a place that felt like that would feel like a coming full circle. And I think Eweg, kind of in a way very similar to Gretta, and I think like partially in a reflection of his faith, I think he would just like to die near the ocean and to sort of relax into it. I think he would just like a quiet moment by himself, kind of moving toward the next rather than trying to run away from it. Yeah. See, Micah, we got there with the question. We didn't nail it at first, but we got there. We stumbled into it.
If you don't mind me adding more, I think that being a warlock of Zhav'ian for so long had like a level of me and Jay being like not seeing a way out, and the way out literally was death. That was the way out.
That's true.
And so that definitely affects the headspace about. I mean, even though it's been months that he's been a warlock of the Maker, there is still like not
years of the other mindset.
And just not seeing a future past that, because like there, even though some of his siblings are alive, there's no Telethnom to go. There's no castle Telethnom to go back to. His old way of life is never coming back, and then he had a very kamikaze existence for a while. That's true. I hadn't thought about that. Anywho, for the note-taking nerds, this is episodes 178 of the Accidental Adventures and 252
179
of the Legend of the New Ones. No, I can't be wrong again. I can't do it.
You are, though.
I'm not strong enough.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Was 179. I looked up the Spotify.
Do you know that scene in The Incredibles?
Teen mind is a curse. In real life,
where Bob and Helen are like finally fighting as the city's being attacked, and he's like, "I'm not strong enough." It was that for me just then. Anywho, this is episode 179 of the Accidental Adventures and 252 of the Legend of the New Ones, The Forgotten Isle.
Wait, I forgot what. What's the episode title?
Whoa.
Oh my God. The Forgotten Isle is like when you're trying to find your mom at the grocery store and you can't.
Oh my God.
What?
I can't find where I normally take my
Aisle.
Where are you, Mom? I'm in the bread aisle.
The Forgotten Isle. It is a level 19 and level 16 adventure. I'll just slide this way a little.
First level 19 episode for the Warriors.
Crazy,
Wow.
dude.
And they're all so ready to sacrifice themselves.
I feel
That's
kind of
what
bad.
maturity does.
My answer was
And
not
we
very
totally
nice compared to
updated
everyone
our-
else's.
No,
We
that is
totally
reasonable.
updated
You're allowed
our,
one character to live.
Our
But
character
I
sheet
want y'all's
too.
characters to live too. I just want to make that very clear.
Thank you. So what
I
day
think
is
all
it?
come out of this
It's also
unscathed.
just that people took the questions different ways. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone wants their character to die. The date is 3488 PB, so you would call the 22nd still. Nem.
Yeah.
And actually, it's very much still the 22nd because you've technically gone slightly backward in time by going to the other side of the world.
Oh,
In terms of the
I'm
transportation.
Oh my gosh, instant jet lag.
Birthday check, 11 days until Rose's birthday and
Okay.
possible imminent demise.
That was delivered very flight captain. Just a quick check. 11 days to your birthday and your imminent demise.
Thank you. Thank you for
Um,
flying Fun Guy Airlines.
It's the 22nd, you
Thanks
said?
for flying Apocalypse Airlines. Yes. 22nd. All right.
Oh, and then we landed on an island. It's like Lost.
All right. So, party members, hold on. Let's see. How do I feel about this music? Yeah. I'll take this for now. I might change my mind in a second.
I
but it'll do
forgot
for
this color sucks.
now. Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
All right, so party members. Sorry, my notes are a bit scattered today. Fun guys and warriors of the well. The determined defenders of Yalabrin, you find yourselves scattered unexpectedly on a foreign shore. Parsage, its dour gloom of ruminous winter, and the close friends that were gathered there are nowhere in sight or sensation. You all have been moved a world away by the providence of Saloon's answer to Ehmund Kai's supplication. So you're just very suddenly in another place, other side of the world. Let's see. The sand of the stretching shore all around you is highly reflective. It almost seems to shine very slightly with an opalescence in the clear sunshine. And as you all are adjusting, even there for a moment, we'll say one of you, maybe Janus, with her inclination to terology, as you get down and can't help but inspect the shore as you run some of the sand through your fingers. Much closer up, you can see that the beach is littered with, it has silica, it has sand, but among that is scattered minute granular fragments of uncountable gemstones and precious minerals. So it's like a silica
I'm putting them
shore,
in my pocket.
but okay, do you genuinely?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Okay, so Janus has landed there for only a moment and then just pulls out a vial and boop, just starts picking up some sand that's also filled with. So imagine like sand on a beach, but it's also filled with like agate and diamond and pearl and of the same equal fragment, if not smaller. It's stunning to look at.
Thick.
Like
Yeah.
a firmament of soil-bound stars in silica and
I'm
brilliance.
just gonna.
Like Zach, agate's also
gonna-
silica.
It's all light stuff. Do you guys see this? I don't know if you were talking, Abby, to us, but you were muted.
I was talking. I'm happy to witness the geology corrections. I've heard about those, but never witnessed them. So
Yeah.
I feel like I just met a celebrity. That was great.
So there's like diamonds and rubies and things, and topaz or things that could be.
I promise one day, if anyone else ever DMs, I'll spend every session going, actually, the grass.
I said out loud to people, do you guys see this? And I'm gonna be putting it into the vial.
And those are the things where like you're looking down, the rest of us are like looking around, like.
Yes.
Greta sees that and then like comes over and crouches over and like also puts some in her pocket, just loose in her pocket, like puts a handful in her coat, and then like pulls out her notebook and like starts taking notes on it, sprinkles a little bit of it in the notebook, and just she's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good find."
So who took
I
us
have
here?
so much more to describe. Small streams wander out from the near division of deep foliage, occasionally crossing the pale sands to create narrow bands of cool movement, cut into the soft shoreline, running into the lazily dancing waves. Down the shore, to one direction, where the streams unite and broaden into the mouth of a small delta, the ocean mixes with their brineless breadth, creating an explosive and unexpected response of life. Even at the parallax of the water's refraction, the shape of a great reef blooms in stone and coral, and rainbows of darting species beneath the shallow waters, which drop with unnatural severity near the shore, disappear impossibly into the ocean's fathomless indigo jaws. So, as you all remember, this island is just in the middle, a vast open expanse. So it's this very strange phenomena, because very soon after the beach, it's not more shallow water. It's just beach, shallow water, shallow water, shallow water, just fathomless depth. And so there's this whole reef growing off the side of the island, where this freshwater delta is running into the ocean, but it's just there suddenly until it's not. And there is lush foliage, maybe 500-600 feet up the beach, and it just stretches at a gentle incline until you can see some central dark stone formation in the distance, but it's all vague from there.
Can Rose's connection to Agba and knowing directions and times, is it a lot less than here? Out of curiosity, is it harder for her to tell things?
As you remember, your keen mind has been heavily impaired recently. Yeah. And actually, as you're in this place, it is greatly renewed.
Oh.
Your keen mind feels very sharp right now. Okay. And as one more visual set piece, as a reminder from last time, or if you did not hear at the end of last time, the sky here is not ashen. It's not one dark storm of gray. The sky above is bright and clear and blue, except for about 5 or 10 miles in every direction. The storm resumes. It's like you all are in this singular eye of the storm. So you can see in the dark horizon in every direction that endless nuclear winter in the sky. But right above you all is this 20-mile circumference, just this cut eye in the storm of blue, clear sky.
Can I have whatever, I can't find the word. Anyways, can I make Mobius come out of my ring and start flying up?
Janus, you rotate your ring slightly, and this tiny serpentine dragon-like itty bitty Quetzal, like a Quetzalcoatl, like a Quetzal but made tiny, is just spiraling and looping in designs in brilliant emerald green. And as you mentally direct him upward, he darts upward into the air, up and up and up and up. How far do you send him, or to where?
I think it's 100 feet, so I'll try to just go up to see it out,
Okay.
As far as I can.
In every direction, you see great forest stretching beyond, tracts of clear land as well, and it seems to run up to not some great mountain at its center, but some sort of broad, more barren stone topography far off to the center of the isle, but it's unclear what and from there. There is a as you look over the forest beyond, it is very lush, very green, but many different shades of green, and even some other colors. You see reds and oranges and yellows, but they don't look like fall. It's like a vibrancy. And you also see blues and purples, browns. It's a deeply colorful forest, almost unnaturally so. Hi, Anna.
All right, I'll bring Mobius back down.
Okay.
Maybe I'll keep him out on my shoulder.
What's up, Durngle?
If this is a rumored isle that the captains that I sailed with talked about, if not, it's fine. But
I mean, this
Called the
is
Forgotten Isle. Come on.
that's
well.
true.
Last session we learned that it was literally like Ayun hid it from mortal knowledge.
There you go.
And that the Maker just shared it with it. But but also then strangely, you can make a rumors check for me, Daniel. And it's gonna be for this, but not this. And it'll be high DC. I'm gonna call it like DC 20 probably.
Oh, sick. I got a 25. Yeah.
Whoa! That's a roll to start us off with. Phenomenal, Daniel. With a 25. Oh. Rand'grim, this little like connection makes in your mind. This is the ocean's maw. So that is just exactly what it sounds like. Maw, like MAW for any note takers. This is the ocean's maw. This is kind of... Dang it, Micah. Micah messaged, the ocean has a mom. This is like the Bermuda Triangle of Yalabrin. And instead of being some place where... Because you have heard long rumor that there's this moving land in the middle of the ocean. And if you have the misfortune of sailing into it, you never return. Now, some of that might not be too founded, given some things you've learned recently. But the moving land part, I mean, you've learned it's terribly apt or accurate of sailors to see something and be like, sudden and complete interpretation, which might be completely off. I mean, you heard long ago that there were these very large, like, aquatic mammals that swam in shallow waters and ate vegetation, and you've learned that they were just mermaids. So there's all sorts of things that sailors get wrong around the world. So this might be another example of that. But this is probably the ocean's maw.
It clicks in my head.
I really appreciated whoever, when Micah got that joke just then. That was good. Or maybe it was Abby. I don't know. Somebody had a face of recognition when I said that. Moving on. The beach lies out around you. The surreally magical forest beyond. An idyllic, if not startlingly different landscape. As a reminder, it was about half an hour ago that you killed Skonk. It's like evening in the part of the world you were at. So it's quite a shift. And it's almost unsettling to be at such a beautiful, peaceful place in such a dark hour. And the only other real feature of note is that not far away from you all, on the shore, there is this, not massive, but very, very, very large stone. Not perfect, not like hand carved, not a perfect cone or pyramid, but this mostly, it's very slightly longer than it is wide, but this very large conical stone piercing up out of the sand, kind of at an angle. So it tilts a little bit more up than it does out. And it's kind of shiny at a distance. It's somewhat yellowish, and it's probably 200 or 300 feet away from you all. Just
I'm checking it
suddenly
out.
in the shore. It's
I would
about
like to go look at it.
It's about a 5-foot tall stone.
I'm looking.
So it looks like a member of the party just immediately heads there.
Rock
And this
check.
Micah comes full
walk
circle with
with
a
them.
rock check.
Everyone.
Micah, how does that feature work for Craig again? We haven't used it in a year or two.
I don't think
Towards
I
the
ever
date
Did we
range,
not
I
write it
could-
down when we made the
over.
sheet digital?
Wait,
no,
how
we
did I not get rock check? What
Because
the heck?
I'm Craig, and my name means rock.
It does.
It
Did you
does.
record anywhere how that feature works?
I have it. It's just on my old sheet. Can I go grab that real quick? I know where it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, cool. I will describe it as everyone
I
walks
will-
up and looks at it. Oh, yeah, Greaves?
When you said that there was like a big pile of blue sky and then the storm restarted. How far away from the island does the storm restart?
There's like a 20-mile circumference of like eye of the storm, and then everything beyond that is back to that dark horizon in every direction.
Thank you.
As the very large combined party treads across the soft shore, and this like somewhat soothing ocean breeze comes by, the temperature is just idyllic. As you all survey this landscape and move toward this very large stone, it's beautiful. The color is kind of hard to pin down. The color I would call it closest to is it's kind of like a bronzish colored stone, but not so harsh, not so metallic. Like somewhere, if you will permit me the description, it's kind of somewhere in between like sandstone and bronze, if that's making sense. A little closer on the tan sign, but it looks like there's somewhat metallic composites to its mineral makeup, and it looks very thoroughly worn and weathered. But well, actually, hold on before I keep describing. Oh, well, okay. So it's conical, and it comes to really quite a sharp point at the top. Not perfect, some imperfections and unevenness to it. And it also has, at the very tip, there is a brilliant point of color, and then all streaking down it in kind of like a riverine pattern are veins, very clear veins of the purest, most brilliant gold. Shocking and streaking away from it into pieces that trace down. They trace down it, but kind of on one side, not uniformly all around. Kind of just the side facing the sea. Micah, did you find those deets on how the rock check works?
Yes, I did. So it's actually called stunning, not stunning.
Stone cunning.
What is it? Stone cunning.
Stone cunning?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, stone cunning. Yes, stone cunning. And it's history, stone cunning checks. You have expertise, 2 times proficiency bonus.
Okay. And I believe you're at 16, your proficiency bonus is 5 or 6?
Oh,
5.
wait, this is your...
5.
The internet says...
So you have a plus 10 to this check, Craig.
Okay. Perfect.
It says you're considered proficient and you add double your proficiency bonus.
Yep, that's what expertise is.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't
It is
add
not
triple.
triple your expertise. That'd be
Wow.
a baseline of 15.
Just add plus 20. Just
Call it even.
40 minimum.
Tell me what it is, okay?
It's your character level times your proficiency bonus
Ooh.
plus the age of
Can
the
you
roll.
make some check for that? Because that would be
plus
fun.
a D100.
No.
That would be so
100.
fun.
I got a
What'd you get, Craig?
I got a 27.
Is that
Oh.
Craig's highest roll ever? I feel like.
No, I've got it in 30s.
He's well.
That's insulting.
He's had higher rolls on attacks, but as a check, that is far. and
That's
away
what I
his
meant
highest.
as like a highest
Yeah.
check. Yeah.
On anything that wasn't an attack roll, yeah. We're starting out strong today, y'all. Craig, and there are all sorts of thoughts from among all of you, but as you walk up and examine it, Craig, you have many thoughts about it, and so much of it is about what it's not. There are many strange things about this massive stone. First of all, it's about 5 feet tall.
So that's taller than me.
Taller than you. And there are some obvious departures from what is common, given the river of gold spilling down its side. And again, not like a sheet of gold, but like veins of it. And they almost seem to like grow out of it at points. Gorgeous. It's very well smoothed, but there are deep grooves in it. And what's worth saying is that it is not weathered horizontally. It looks weathered vertically. Like the deep grooves and lines that carve in it go up, not to the side. As if it were tilted, maybe, like Andrea is suggesting with her hands, but maybe not. Also, it's very hard to identify. You can't see any individual granules in it. It doesn't look like sandstone or limestone. And in fact, Craig, it definitely looks magical. It is lost. It is not lost on you that on the magical isle, there's some very magical things going on with the stone. But actually, with a 27, you do identify that this looks most like some very uncommon type of like bone.
Oh.
She called it. She literally called it.
And that's why they call
She
her
literally
Dr.
called
Richardson.
She went.
I said, there's a rock. And Andrea said, I heard all I need to hear.
She said, no, it's not.
There's a rock and it's kind of yellowish, brownish, and it's oblong. And I'm like, okay, it's a bone.
And this doesn't sound like a
You're just
rock.
chump change, kid.
I'm like,
So, Craig, you perceive all that while
you can't
examining
trick me.
it.
That's not
And
a
if
rock.
you want,
Okay.
you could share that with your compatriots.
Before I tell anyone, I go up to Janus and I'm like, hey, I think I know what this is, but before I tell everybody, can I ask to make sure that I know what this is? I'm gonna ask you, and then if you think it's the same thing, I'm also gonna tell everybody else.
Okay, yeah.
Greta's like looking around. She's like,
Okay.
she's like
I've
looking
seen
around.
quite
She's
a
like,
few
should I
bones.
identify?
I've also
So
seen
you
quite a
also
few
think
rocks.
it's a bone. It's a bone.
Well, I
right?
don't know, but should I
wanna
do a
scare
check,
'em, but-
Zach, or no?
I mean, as Craig points it out, Janus, I mean, not what? Like, what could that even be a part of? But, like, yeah, you suppose. I mean,
Pretty
like,
sure.
as Craig points it out, yes, that looks most
Yeah.
right, but also, like, what could that bone belong to?
That have been.
I mean, you've seen
yeah.
some massive organisms. The Kraken was kind of on that scale, you suppose, but
I've
a dead one.
only
maybe?
ever seen. I mean, this is such a large bone.
All right, guys. Janus we were just chatting on the side, and I think it's time we tell you that that's not a rock.
It's a boulder.
It's a bone. It's a
Yeah!
bone.
Oh, you beat me to it! It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Greta asks the party. She says, "Can I cast Identify on it?"
Go for it.
That would be very helpful.
Absolutely.
Okay. DM, I would like
But-
to cast
just checking.
Identify on.
Everyone's tracking their spell slots from last time, right? We're at the
Yes.
hit points and
Yes.
spells and everything. Okay, awesome.
No.
Abby, could you describe what I mean? Can you describe to me what it looks like as Greta casts Identify in this instance?
She spent some time studying it at first, all the while copying in her notebook. Well, I think she's actually just, her full attention is just focused on it right now. She's not writing in her notebook, but she spent some time studying on it, and then she just leans up against it with her palm on it and just closes her eyes, and like the magic flows like from her arm and her hand into the rock and onto the rock, and it swirls around the rock, and then it flows back up. So for a while there's like magic going out of Greta and magic coming into Greta. Or just,
Heck
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, that's how she does it.
Phenomenal. Greta, as you go to place your hand on the stone, you touch it, and the moment you touch it, there is just very quickly the pale green misty magic starts to flow from you. And it's like for a moment the magic starts to pour off of your hand, and as it does, it's almost like some sort of energy is caught up in that mist, and as you press your hand to the stone, there's this momentary zap of electricity, and there's just this little blue line that strikes your fingers and stings. You do take a point of lightning damage,
Okay.
just the one. And are you guys hearing any squealing or screaming in the background, or no? We're good.
No?
No
Sick.
squealing or screaming.
Awesome. Well,
It's the
my
bone.
wife's friend just arrived, and there's a lot of noise in the background, but I'm just checking.
Oh.
And which is a wonderful thing. But as the bolt shocks your hand, it like stings, and you like kind of can't help but step back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And as you do, there is the moment after this sound. And there's like a vibration in the ground.
I'm investigating.
Where's
Okay.
it coming from?
Are we sure this
Kind of
isn't?
around you.
Are we sure this is the
Janus.
sound of a dead creature?
Zhav'ian says that as Janus kind of reaches down and puts her hand in the sand. And as she does, there's another. And all around you on the beach, the sand shifts and vibrates. And there's very suddenly this really large shift in the ground. And it's not a. What do you prepare, Micah?
I can't remember the name. It's the thing that gives me HP. Wait, it's Cosmic Instrument. I prepare a Cosmic Instrument.
Okay. Is there any particular way you want that flavored or not particularly?
Nope, it just happened.
Okay, awesome. You wave your hand over your blade and it flares with brilliant
I say
astral
get
blue light.
ready to wee woo, and I will take her
Okay.
30 feet up with my wings.
Okay,
Oh.
Zhav'ian, you flare
So
out your
cool.
golden wings and you lift her up. And as you pick her up in your arms, yes, Zhav'ian, do you care to describe your wings really quickly?
describe them.
Yeah, suddenly, Jaden says something to you and grabs her, and then suddenly, out of his back, but like it's magical, so it's not like through the clothing, are these besides you expect for a human, of wings that are they're pure golden light. And so as they kind of like move there's like the idea of feathers or the idea of some sort of bones in them, but it's just mainly gold. They go out like I don't know 15 feet, and he flies up 30 feet.
Phenomenal. So this like 15-foot wingspan of, they're not like angel wings. It's this like light imitation of them, brilliant and almost blinding, that fly out, and Zhav'ian, as he flies up, the sand is dispersed out to every side. And as you pick Wee Woo up in your arms, she readies an arrow. Zhav'ian pulls, or Rand'grim pulled out his sword and flared it with blue light. And as the sand shifts all around, this thing happens quickly, but the movement is slow. And that is because of the scale of the thing that picks itself up out of the sand. As this massive head begins rising out of the sand that pours off of it like water. And these huge shoulders and back and limbs. And it just keeps rising and rising. And it closes the bathroom door. And it rises higher and higher and larger. Sorry, that was a note to my wife. And I was talking to you guys, and I was talking to not you guys at the same time. And this immense organism, about 30 feet tall, on 4 legs, with this huge tail that pushes the sand apart, and these massive wings that fold up behind it.
Wings?
As some of you know dragons well. It is among the largest you've ever seen Warriors of the Well. Not anywhere near Yep in size, but other than that, about the biggest you've ever seen. And fungi's I think the biggest living organism you've ever seen.
Wow.
Other than, as an individual organism.
What about the dragon that we met? The one that on Zorgrim, comparatively, just for my brain.
Oh,
Our friend.
Are you talking about Vilek?
No, I'm not talking about Vilek.
The other one.
But I'm talking about the one.
This one is bigger than Vilek and is bigger than Atal Burok.
Okay.
It's bigger than both. And it is a deep, consummate indigo blue as it raises itself up out of the sands, lifting itself up to massive size. And that conical stone is the great horn at the front of its rostrum as it just sits up, and it just kind of sits itself down with sand still pouring off it at every other ankle. The other really mentionable thing is that where those lightning streaks of gold fall down out of the horn, they continue down the jaw, across and through the eye, all the way down the side of the head and down the neck, down the chest, all the way down the left shoulder and arm, down the left side of the body. And half of this immense blue dragon looks like it has had a shocked burn of lightning across its body that is all just gold, like gold the metal. And it's like a kintsugi bowl, like putting things back together, part of its scales. And the bands and streaks of it get like 6 inches across at some places. And he just sits back.
As soon as it's quiet enough, like where if I spoke, like it would be able to hear me, I'm gonna say in deepest speech, we mean no harm.
Okay. Janus looks up and her eyes flare with gold light, and out of her mouth, the many hundreds of echoing voices all at the same time in those indiscernible tongues, but in the words that you all just intrinsically understand inside, you all hear, "We mean you no harm, no harm." And that huge head turns and looks at you all. And if you guys want to look up 5e Ancient Blue Dragon, you can. I don't want to leave you without the... I mean, there are the differences. Any image you look up is not going to look like the gold streak and all that.
Ro slyly just rotates her tongue's ring to like when Janus starts speaking in deepest speech.
Very cool.
We can hear it, right? Like we can comprehend
the
it.
nature of deepest speech is that literally any organism hearing it can understand it, but
yeah,
if you want to, you still totally can.
I just want to, because if the dragon talks and I can't understand it.
You slide the ring and the spell is activated, but you find it does not work on deepest speech, that it is more than a language, that it is a magic.
Yeah.
In lore and reference, I've sent a pretty good image of what an ancient blue dragon looks like. Which is to say, it's just an excellent image. Yeah, huge.
It's like
he's just a little guy.
As you say those words, Janus, and the immense dragon sits back. He cocks his head, and he speaks, opening his mouth, and as the massive jaws separate and the interlocking teeth part, there are all these webbing, arcing bands of lightning between the teeth as he opens his mouth to speak, and this immense tongue dances, and he says, "I am aware of that." And he sits back onto his hips. I don't think this is we'll go with this song.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did it reply? Did it reply in Draconic or?
I am aware of that.
No. What language did he apply in?
Yeah.
As he speaks, the many tongues echo back, and it's also deepest speech.
Okay.
So we can understand it.
And everyone understands.
Yeah.
Rock on.
And he just sits there, looking at you all. Every time he shifts slightly, more sand pours off. And there's this huge depression in the sand where an almost inquantifiable weight was displaced from his rising. I assume the party scattered around him and starting to relax.
Craig speaks up.
I do a little bow.
Oh, but everybody, can everybody understand him? Sorry,
yes.
I think I missed.
Yeah, because he's also speaking deep speech. Okay, cool. Greta, you bow slightly. Craig, you were saying?
He's gonna like show respect, putting kind of like coming to a different posture, but he's gonna say, were you expecting us? You act as if you know
he turns
us.
And looks at you, Craig. He's huge. As his head turns, it is both, seems you're not in conflict with this organism, but as that huge head turns towards you and the eyes look forward, you can see them. They are this brilliant, shocking cobalt with these lines of gold. And at this distance, you shouldn't be able to see too much color in them just because of how far away they are at his height. But it's like that color is so vibrant. It's like it's giving off its own light that you can see. And the hairs stand up on the back of your neck as he looks right at you and he says, "No, I don't suppose that I am, but I could feel your energy. And so I suppose Not that I know you, but that you are known by the one who knows me. And his very large feet sift in the sand, displacing more, and he kind of like, he doesn't fully lay down, but he like rotates his hips slightly, kind of the way a dog can half sit, so that he's less towering over you. I mean, he still is, but kind of lowers it slightly. And his wings shift, and as his wings open up slightly, you can see that both of them have veins of gold coming down them and then close at his sides.
The one who knows you, is there someone else here? Or do you refer to
Maybe the
Yeshkala?
maker.
It's very odd to see such like a dinosaur-like head do this, but the edges of his mouth pull back slightly into a smile, and he goes, "You could say as much. Aye. Who are you all who've come to this place?"
This is kind of hard. We're there's a couple different groups here.
Yeah.
But I just start introducing people, like
Tello's like knees are quaking, but he just kind of nods.
And like, we're the fun guys, they're the warriors of the world, but individually. And she just...
He gets a puzzled look when you say the fun guys, but he nods. After everyone's introduced themselves, he just repeats, or he responds, "Those titles mean nothing to me, but it is good to make your acquaintance. I am Kalaclast, child of the land, keeper of the spring, and I ward over this isle, its borders, as I have for millennia. But if you've come here, you must be sent." His name is Kalaclast, K-A-L-A. So K-A-L-A, K-L-A-S-T, K-A-L-A,
I was so close.
K-L-A-S-T. And the first
so
A has an
close.
accent on it, Kalaclast, or Kalaclast. There is no character here who can make a check, but Abby, would you, the human, like to make a history check for me?
The
Yes.
human
You
making
can
the
just
check?
Add on Greta's history modifier if you want.
Am
For
I just
funsies.
trying to remember?
Yeah.
Wait, let me. Okay. Kalaclast.
Because I could have you guys go digging for it, but that'd be pretty hard to find.
Let me. Okay, hold on. So
Yes, Jackie, it was.
Okay.
I got a.
She's working for that math.
I got a 27, but I think I know where it's from. But you can tell me.
Would you like to guess?
Mm-hmm.
Look at those blurry lines on a page.
Wow.
Oh,
Your
look, they're even more blurry.
We can't see a
Your
thing.
camera
I would
lost
almost
all
say it's a
its
form
lights.
of writing.
Your
It's just-
camera's
it's,
so blurry.
We met him on when we did the Hilal one shot. And
Abby,
he was in the Hilal.
this is the ancient blue dragon from your birthday one shot from 2
Yes.
years ago.
Yes.
Okay,
This
wait.
is him.
You
This is
asked
Kalaclast.
me for his name, and
I
I
did.
still didn't even remember
did.
it when you just
Yep.
said it now.
Yep,
And I
yep,
gave you
did.
the spelling.
So Abby, this is the same dragon
Yeah.
who was in the Hilal. And
What?
could you read us the date on that one shot?
Yes, I have Ward of the Life Waters and Child of the Fountain. 6648 ATGA in spring.
So this means that almost 700 years into a date scale, before the date scale, that came before the date scale that you're in now, He was in that one shot.
He's old.
So, this caliclast fellow, oh kitty, this caliclast fellow is before you all. What's anyone got to say?
So, like, I'm sure you're aware of the current state of our, the world.
He looks up at the distant dark horizon in every direction, and he nods somberly, and he says, "Aye.
Did
It is
you
a dark
feel?
hour."
Were you affected when it first happened? Did it hit you? You know?
I felt it, but not as you all did.
Okay.
This place is, an investiture.
Yeah.
So, what business have you all here? Various peoples.
Greta, kind of steps forward and she says, we were sent, by the goddess Ioun. We're looking for a way to defeat him.
So you are. If you are sent by a faithful daughter, then our trust is in you. And he shifts his weight again, and the sand disperses. And as he rises, he's so very big. He just turns slightly and begins treading up the beach toward the more lush foliage. You can see he's walking about as slowly as he can because he understands that he moves at a much faster
His legs are so big.
Yeah.
He
He said, if you were sent by a faithful daughter, was his.
Faithful.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. I take it the whole group follows and step.
Yeah.
Mm.
Shuffling.
I'm going to keep flying because they're out.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. Zhav'ian's like, well. He was just holding on. Zhav'ian, she's heavy. It's a lot of muscle. But you got her. You're just like carrying her.
Well, and I feel like there's part of Zhav'ian that, like, clearly the sky is here to help us, but it's still a dragon.
Yeah, you're like, I've had too many bad experiences. Also, Zhav'ian, with enough experience and from your memory of Matahera, the ancient Draco Hydra, you don't remember the blue being a friendly variant. Not much is known of dragons in this current age, but you read in some of the annals of Chaskanen and you learned that the metallic dragons historically were more the allies of mortal kind, and that the chromatic dragons, which tend to survive today, are the ones who have, in your experience, been so much more aggressive and violent. So it is odd to see this blue dragon here, like this. You all follow in near tow, and you just very quickly travel into this vast forest. There are some very large trees here, some very small ones. It is thick foliage. This place teems with life. But there are open stretches in between some of these sections through forest through which you could walk, which is good because Caliclast would just be ripping through the forest if he couldn't. There's no way he could fit in the dense cover. But there are open tracts in between of sort of thick grasses that pop up and decaying foliage cover. No. Actually, not decaying, just fallen. But even the leaves on the ground don't look rotted. And all around you, you hear whooping calls and trills and rolling songs and chirps. This place is teeming with life. There is a thick din of insect noise and organisms all around. You can see colors moving, banding through the trees. not at a staggering scale, but as populated a forest as you can imagine. And at some point in the path of your travel, you all like step over sticks, and as they shift, serpents of brightly banded color through the grass and up trees. And at some point, this very large mammalian creature, which is, it's a deep dark black color with stripes of blue moving horizontally along its back. And it's got this sort of like bovine head, but broader and flatter. And it has these two curled horns at the side that go down the back of its head, and then one very large horn out the center that curls down the back of its head. And it just stalks in between some trees, and it doesn't even particularly seem to react to Caliclast or to any of you. It just continues on its way, moving from one package of foliage. Sorry?
When you said the stripes going down his back, I heard it as it was moving horizontally down his back, and I'm like, the bull thing's like...
He's just shimmying. He's just...
Look, the horns are gonna hit... Sorry.
And Caliclast is just treading quietly, and you all are walking. Is the group just moving in total silence? Because it's fine if they're like, this is where we're going. That's fine too.
Yeah.
I see. We're walking. I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
I'll never get tired of people not just like coming in with what they're saying, but unmuting and going like you could just say it. You could just go. You can just roll that play.
Oh, Micah.
I was just gonna say I'd like to be beside him, and large, like ethereal type, kind of like, whoa, you're old and magical and crazy, is like, I don't know, it's like Craig's type, I guess. So he like is beside this big old dragon. He's like, so how long have you been sitting right there? Like, how long were you in that one spot?
I want to be near Craig. I'm walking as fast as I can to keep up with Craig.
Sure.
His legs are a little
Greta,
bit
you're really
longer
having to
than
kick
mine.
those little legs. And it's funny, Craig, because he can move gracefully for a creature his size. It's like being near elephants and being a little unsettled at how quietly they can walk. But sometimes when parts of his body collide, the edge of his shoulder with the barrel of his ribs, the very soft collision of his scales is not dissimilar to what your armor sounds like when you take steps. And there's this strange, like, cacophonic harmony kind of struck between you all as you move. And his massive head turns and looks down at you all, so deeply grooved with, like, sort of gothic and morose shape. Frighteningly beautiful. As he looks at you, he says, I don't rightly keep track of time, but quite a while, undoubtedly.
Are you like hibernating? Like, do you just kind of like what do? Do you think? Are you like asleep?
Waiting.
Wow, you are one patient guy. Wow. What are you waiting for?
I did not know, but I suppose you.
Wow, I barely know you. Just kidding. He does not say that.
When you say it, Craig, he just kind of looks at you and goes back to look forward, keeps treading again as slowly as he can.
No, but like, really, you have like, have you had friends, other dragon friends, or has it just been you? Like, have you gotten used to it?
His head turns back and he says, this portion has been of my own. But even in solitude, I am not alone here.
I think Rand'grim, after seeing the boldness of Craig, comes up and he just like, so, what did you do with all the sailors that came here? Or they never reached your isle?
He turns and looks at you keenly. He kind of nods to the question and he says, "Some have. Very few in all these many years, but some have. Many have lived here. Many I knew closely as friends. But this isle long has moved. And so in this place they lived. And in this place they died. I've buried them. I've known 43. 43 have been marooned, died, and been valued companions to me. One ship came, bearing individuals of less forthcoming will. That group I delivered to the rest of the bottom of the ocean." And he just keeps treading.
Zhav'ian and Weewoo, I think, very much is interested in what the dragon said, is just kind of like distracting and just being like, he like is a naturalist in some way, just being like, oh, like, did you see that bird? What do you think of that tree?
At some point as you all are
Just having
flying,
that kind of
Weewoo
conversation.
goes, "Just put me down and go enjoy the nature, you dork." Okay. You swing down and drop her and you're just like, enamored with it all. At one point, Zhav'ian, as everyone is focused on the dragon, and you're not looking at the dragon.
No.
As you're
It's
taking
just
in
like
this
almost
landscape,
like I'm letting myself think about something that's not the
Right.
dragon.
as you can't, it's this weird, like, you have to look at the dragon, but like, whoa, that forest. And this is very much a part of your character that's been embodied. As you look at the forest, at one point you see something moving through the trees, and you realize it's an incredibly large feline. It's like a tiger, but if it were far more gold than orange. And if it were without tail, about 12 feet long, about 7 foot at the shoulder, is just kind of stalking through the near tree line at some point, very slowly, kind of tailing along you all. And you cannot help but react protectively, Zhav'ian, until you watch it cross out of the tree line, kind of move behind everyone, but so silently no one else really notices, and it just stops and sits and watches everyone continue forward. And you're the only member of the party who particularly notices, as it just sits there and watches everyone walk away. The natural dynamics on this isle are odd.
The urge to take out the notebook, but like, there's too much going on to dig that out.
Yeah, you're like, but I mean, it's being burned into your mind to watch. Yeah, go ahead.
Gretta, after Craig and Rand'grim talk to Caliclash, she works up the nerve and she asks, how long have you been on the island?
I do not know. For a very long time. For most of the ages of this world. I was called here. Long ago. Before the great cities began. Before they rose and fell to the second and third ages. Before they began moving the cities to the skies. Before the war broke. Before the curse. Before everything grew again. I'm not sure of the time.
Have you been here as long as the island has been here?
No. No, I was, given the ward while its true keeper sleeps. And I have slept for countless ages too.
Okay.
I'm gonna like walk up to him and start talking to him too. My family was tasked to be the keepers of the well.
Yes. It was you I felt, Estrella. Your family, your bloodline, is of this place. All your heirs and all your forebearers are children of this isle. You won't know them, but cousins are ahead, I suppose.
And I'll just be a little deep in thought after that.
Okay. He smiles a bit at you when he says that, very softly, even though no expression looks too soft on his face. Continues walking. He's moving as slowly as he can. It's a very meandering pace as he walks with you all. As you all are moving forward, does anyone have any other desperate notes of roleplay they're trying to interject? Because it's fine if they do. Okay. As you all are meandering forward, Ro, you feel a sudden turn inside you, like getting sick to your stomach, and you feel a great internal withering in a moment. A very sudden pang. It cramps in your lower abdomen. It turns your stomach to nausea. Your chest clenches and your heart beats too very hard. And I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
What?
And when you're done, I need Boz to do the same.
Oh shoot! It's a dryad thing, isn't it?
No.
I can't believe appendicitis is going to take Rowena out.
So you guys are walking. Ro dies. So up ahead in the forest. Go ahead and bring out your second character.
Well, I was thinking.
It's late in the game.
I'd like to be walking, and then I'd like to just oof.
Crap on a cracker.
You got a per diem.
Does Boz have a per diem?
That's an NPC. Sadly, no.
But he didn't use to me.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't that mean he's always on time?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boz
Also means he has none of the benefits of a PC.
Boz got a 6, which and Ro got a 15.
Okay.
And that was with her per diem.
You all fall forward. And everyone else, I mean, there's a lot going on. It would be excusable to miss some of the things happening here. But
like
as this
unconscious?
transpires, you like to your knees, fall to, or like kind of all
I was
fours.
like, am I unconscious?
like falling over very suddenly.
Okay.
The party members can see suddenly as Ro doubles over to the ground, and Boz does as well.
Can I try to catch
stops
Ro?
and turns. There's yeah. As Ro falls over, Janus, you grab her in her arms. Boz is walking a bit more to his lonesome, observing things, and he doubles over and falls. And Ro, you feel this horrible ache inside, and it feels like just very suddenly being sapped of all your strength, and it does not leave. And Boz too doubles over, and having failed your saving throw, Ro, both you and Boz have suddenly incurred a point of exhaustion. And right now, in this moment, you can just write this anywhere in your notes or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it. In this moment right now, you have a point of exhaustion, and two other things are the case. Your movement is halved right now,
Ugh.
and your strength score is, at this moment, halved.
Both
Not the
me and
modifier,
Boz.
the score of both you and Boz is in this moment halved.
Seeing that happen, I
I'm-
feel like Janus would have PTSD from when Zhav'ian did that to her in Home Cove.
You think
So
I'm-
can I like figure out if it's like the same thing? Like, does it feel or look like the same thing?
Absolutely. The whole party stops. Caliclast also stops and turns. He kind of, every time he stops, he kind of like the way dogs sit, he like puts his hips down and keeps his shoulders up, and he turns and he looks not above it all, not aloof, but calm, but concerned. Turns and looks, furrows his brow, and obviously party members stop and attend to people rather quickly. Tello rushes to Boz and kind of catches him, and as he goes towards Boz,
I'm kind of at a really good point to just like swoop down to someone. Also,
absolutely. Do you want to swoop to Boz or to Ro? It doesn't matter, Zhav'ian.
I guess to Boz, just because he's farther from other people.
Sure. You land down next to him. You get there about as Tello does, and as Tello lifts Boz up by the shoulders, he goes to push himself up, and he doesn't have the strength, and he sort of collapses down a little bit, and Tello kind of has to hold him in his arms. Ro, as you kind of are caught by Janus in her arms, you feel nauseated, and your head hurts, and you feel suddenly sickened. And Janus, I'll have you give me, unfortunately, an Arcana check. Also, neither here nor there. If this probably shouldn't happen, but if while the mega party was formed, at some point in these sessions, you all wanted to try to go for the highest maximum possible check, while Janus is around, and you have a bard, and you could do guidance, and you have per diem. I don't know if you want to play that dumb mini game, you can. But anyway,
we do.
Janice, you can't on this one.
I know.
Because Ro can't give anybody inspiration there. But you can go ahead and make that Arcana check, Janice.
I have a question. Has Ro ever has she ever felt these symptoms before? Like, she's been like cursed before, she's been like different things like that. Has she ever like felt this particular feeling before?
As Janus makes her check, I will elaborate.
26.
26.
So low.
What? It's not even
that
30.
I mean, that is low, but it's still good.
With the 26, Janus.
Ridiculous.
It strikes you there is a very apparent similarity you recognize, and also something you don't, but some inferences you could probably make. Again, your magical knowledge is one of savantism, of this like mortally precocious, you just understand, you just discern, you just get it. The way that a true genius, actually, that word is thrown around way too much in our culture, but like a genius of an age, the way that they just innately perceive something. This is your relationship to magic, given the powers that flow through you, and you recognize instantly that sort of the way the mortal flesh reacts to the changes in the greater arcane. And it is in some way remnant of the far more severe soul fire that recently happened in the wake of the veil being burned up. But at a smaller scale, it is, however, also, though, not the same intensity as what beset Zhav'ian 5 years ago, but it reminds you of, again, what it's like to watch a mortal being where some part of their magical existence is tied to a force, to watch that connection tampered with. So it does in that way remind you of it, though you're not sure beyond there. Ro, this feels a little bit like when you got cursed with by Shistha, if not just much more. It's like, the best way I know how to compare it is, it's like the difference between like knowing the sting of a paper cut and then knowing like the ache of like a really severe cramp that's taking up multiple parts of your body. Like the paper cut might be a higher level of sting. That large intersectional cramp might be like a lower register pain, but it's so much broader and deeper and wider. It's like that. So it's not quite the sting of that curse you receive from Shistha, but it's more broad. And as you all look over, Boz looks all the worse off. Like Ro is like recovering after 15 or 20 seconds, and everyone's attending to her. Boz is like struggling and weak, and he doesn't look like he's in any sudden imminent threat. He just looks greatly sapped and weakened. Caliclast looks concerned and sighs, but says nothing, just watches you all.
I know you. didn't say anything about HP, but for whatever it's worth, he is within Zhav'ian's healing aura.
Okay. And Zhav'ian, as you are nearby, that aura of light pours off of you. But Boz doesn't seem to recover from whatever's ailing him in your presence, which is concerning because you have watched that aura heal egregious harms.
I'm gonna look at Caliclast and say, do you know what's happening?
Again, it's not aloofness. He looks deeply concerned, but also very calm. And he just responds, to a degree. But also no.
Can Ro talk? Like, am I able to, like, speak?
Yes, Ro, you are able to speak, though
Okay.
you feel weak as you speak.
Okay.
But Boz, like, goes to say something and kind of chokes on his words a little bit. He's just breathing shallowly.
Does it have to do with... It's only affecting us... It's only affecting, like, druidically?
Ueg rushes to Boz's side, and he pours in a level of healing. If you want to burn a first or second level spell, I don't know, Kara. We don't even really have to keep track of it. He like, places a cure wounds and mutters, and the magic flows across Boz, but again, he doesn't seem particularly aided by that specific, so you all get the feeling that it's not a wound necessarily.
I'm gonna...
And
Can I think of my connection again, like to the Lost Lands kind of, and see if I can feel the direction?
As you are feeling all of these other things, the other thing that is happening is, as you blink and sort of recover from these wave of senses, you feel your keen mind is entirely dampened again.
That's what I figured.
Not at all functioning.
Is it the lost? I think the lost lands. Could it be? Could he have gotten to them? And she looks over at Boz, like, just to check on him, like.
Boz looks up at you. He looks at you and registers your eyes, and he just you know that face that Landon would get where he gets like a little vacant when he's truly concerned about something? Boz is looking at you with that face. Just that, like, we have to go there. If he's there. I don't, and he kind of like falters stammeringly. Just, he can't really, like, he looks like he's having, oh my goodness. He looks like he's starting to have a panic attack, but doesn't have the energy for a panic attack. Like, it's starting and stopping, and he's just...
Gretta, check Boz's bees.
Okay.
I think you guys left that.
Oh, did he?
House?
Okay.
And she's dry in the area? I don't know.
So we don't have the bees?
So we don't have the bees with us?
I don't think you guys want to have the bees with you.
Okay. Oh.
I don't even mean for this moment. I just mean...
Okay,
I don't think that's a logistic you want to track right now, if you feel me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and be like, I can carry him.
Craig, can I have the stone?
Yes, for
The
sure.
sending stone.
Yeah, he just takes
Okay.
it and gives it to him.
Craig, you supply it to Ro.
I hate this. I don't even want to do this as
Oh
a
my
person,
gosh.
as a player. Ro thinks of Jaff. She thinks of Jaff, and she says,
Okay.
"Are you there?"
Sorry, I need to go open the table.
Hit the table. You should delete the table.
Yeah, sorry. Give me a second here. Sorry to leave you in this kind of suspense.
It's okay.
I feel like you enjoy it.
I don't. No matter how much I am suspected of evil, it brings me great discomfort.
I think he has great joy in this game. Like, ooh, I was just thinking this gotta like kill half the magic users of the world, and then he's actually rolling. He's like, no.
The day I came up with that idea, it stressed me out, so I did it.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
It's a good story.
As you grip the stone, what do you say?
Oh no.
I say, are you there? That's all she has the strength to say.
Oh my goodness, Ro. I was so worried about you. I didn't have a way to speak to you. Darling, are you all right? Are you okay? I have no idea what's going on.
A lot of bad things have happened. Are the Lost Lands okay right now? I don't feel
No.
the same connection.
Where are you? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. She's like trying as much to
Goodness.
mask her pain to him.
Did you feel it just then too? You sound
Balls and
you
I
sound rough.
Balls and I both we're really far away from you right now, I believe, but we both kind of collapse. Balls is doing worse than me.
I hope it's not like this where you are. The sky has been ash for days. And
same.
A couple of the folks I knew just died. Ro, I think something's really wrong. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the world, but I think there's serious danger. You and your friends need to get somewhere safe.
We will. We will. Just you stay safe.
All right, and I don't. Oh, I don't know who could come to your aid. Your magic's not working either.
No, I don't. Is Ro able to like try? Is she strong enough to try to cast like a prestidigitation?
Your body works.
Okay.
Ro, as you
she tries to cast
form your lips into a
prestidigitation
whistle.
because that's her easiest spell.
There is a slight like ruffle of your hair, and the sweat is removed from your brow. You clean yourself.
No, my magic's working. I'm
must be that
tired.
You're more capable than I am. Oh, hon, I'm so glad to hear that you're all right.
I'm. You don't understand how happy I am to hear that.
The cat's
you're all
okay.
right.
I've been feeding him. He's doing fine.
I'm glad. Give him a scratch for me.
You have to go? I
I
haven't heard from you in months.
Yeah. For now I have to go, but please just stay safe if you can. Get just
underground.
Don't go outside or go underground or
Okay. I mean, I've been in my house and that's kind of underground.
Yeah. Just
but
stay
I gotta
there.
Get the fruits from outside.
When this is in a while, I would like to come visit you again and bring you someone. I'd like you to meet someone.
Like that.
But please just stay safe and
Okay.
just stay safe.
Okay. I love you, Rona.
I love you too,
Aww.
Dad.
Oh.
She gives the stone back to Craig.
Ro, the moment you hand the stone back to Craig, you look over and you see the look of shock on Boz's face as you, taking your focus off of the call you just have, perceive what Zhav'ian and Tello and Ueg watched happen while you were speaking, which is that as you were prompted to test your spellcasting, Boz tried his.
Mm.
And as he tried to do some sort of restorative spell on himself, absolutely no magic responded.
Mm.
And you look at the shocked look on his face.
I know, like, okay, I know he's like, okay. I ask Boz, I say, would it have, he said that the sky there's been dark for days. I didn't think it would have reached I mean, I figured it did, but why are we feeling it now?
Boz looks up and just goes, Agba.
Oh.
Is he going after?
Ewig kind of shakes his head and goes, I mean, he points at Gretta. I said he was going north. That's not there. But he like kind of holds his necklace and he says, I've been feeling it in the plants all around. My magic relates to that too. I think the world's dying.
Which would mean
he just puts a hand on Boz's shoulder and says, in Sylvan. No, I don't think he speaks Sylvan. He puts a hand on Boz's shoulder and he says, I'm sorry, Boz. And Boz is just kind of shaking a little bit, pulling his arms in. And in this moment, you all understand that at this time, Boz has lost connection to his druidic power.
Wow.
Could I do like a history check? I feel like I would have learned about like what happens, like would it come back, like in the Institute? Like,
not only is the Institute not aware of the existence of the Lost Lands, and not only is Agba, the Great Mother Tree, completely undocumented, but the great primal trees in this age to the knowledge of the mortal world are dead and past, and their life cycles are not documented.
I don't mean that. I meant like a druid.
Magics don't tend to leave magic users. These times are very unprecedented.
Can I do an Arcana check at disadvantage to see if Boz were closer to his home, if he could possibly get his magic back?
Sure.
Well,
Andrea?
So yeah, we've been in nuclear winter for days.
Not 20.
But so are the plants here on the island though, like better off than
They look
because
thriving.
because they've had sunlight. Okay.
Well,
so
who knows?
so
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My first roll was a nat 20.
Yep.
But my second roll was a 2, so that gives me a 17.
Heartbreaking, truly.
Truly heartbreaking.
Did you hear that maniacal cackle? Ro with a 17. You are innately aware that you can move as close as you want to a dying fire. Doesn't really change the fact that it's going to stop giving off heat at some point.
That's so sad.
As you all are racing through these thoughts, there is this very intense thudding, and the ground shakes slightly as Caliclast draws nearer, and this huge limb raises up off the ground. This foot and hand, so much greater than the size of any of you, and this massive claw. This claw itself as large as Ro's body that comes down to this terrible tip, just raises itself and barely touches your forehead, Ro, as he speaks in the deepest speech, and he's going to cast Greater Restoration on you.
Holy crap.
And your point of exhaustion will be taken away, as well as your halved movement and your strength impediment.
Okay.
So there's this sudden wave of magic that rushes across you, and you still feel a little wrong inside, but you feel physically recovered. And wordlessly, Caliclast just thunders over to Boz and lifts up the same claw as Ewig rotates him and goes, I was about to do the same. And Caliclast just nods and touches Boz's forehead all the same. And Boz shudders and coughs a little bit, but then just stays equally as quiet, very deeply shocked, looking like he can't cope with the things he's feeling and experiencing in the moment. And as he sits up, he's just breathing heavily. He looks a little, some of the colors returning to his skin. He looks physically repaired, but still just deeply shocked and concerned.
We have
So
Ogba has to be saved.
do we think that he's there now?
I don't know. I mean, I know
Is there someone?
Jath is physically not as close. I mean, he's on his own island. But I feel
not
like he
in
would.
light of this moment that you feel. But the bloodied one is here.
Yeah,
Nowhere is safe.
yeah.
You have been told for what he comes. His return heralds only one end. What you feel is a symptom. And I mean not to make light of it, but all of your magics are likely in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Your existence, your world. He's slain gods.
Yeah.
And by this force, and he turns and looks at Gretta and Newegg, the clerics lose their magic. And he turns and looks at Janus and Zhav'ian and he says, "And if that well is poisoned, there'll be no life left in this world." And he just turns and looks at Boz again, not aloof, not cold, but surely, and he says, "I am sorry, Druid. I will be at the top." And he turns and just begins slowly trailing up that path again. Just pressing onward.
Bro's still there with Boz, and
You feel physically recovered, bro. Also, anyone hop in with anything they want.
she
Remember, there's a lot of players. Just take the scenes.
she looks at Craig and Greta and Tello, and she's like, I think I'm worried. Well, I mean, Balls and Jath, which probably means anyone born of the Lost Lands no longer has their powers. I think it affected me less, maybe because I'm only half. I don't know.
I think your magic comes from your music, and Boz's and Jath's came from the nature, right?
True. Yeah.
Greta goes over and she puts a hand on Boz and kind of like she gives him a hug.
He like kind of pulls from it a bit, and he just says, "I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. We have to. I have to. I can't do this."
It's okay, Boz. It's okay.
We're gonna do the best that we can.
So that's just it. Just like that.
I mean, I feel like if we're able to stop him, maybe it'll reverse it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
If we do our part, maybe you can do something there.
If it affects everything, we all won't have our powers.
I think Rand'grim, in the midst of this, seeing a man who's losing his will, he kind of, not in a way, if like Boz shies away from it, he's gonna try to put his hand on his shoulder. And I think Boz is huge, right, compared to me?
Well, yes and no. I mean, he's twice your height.
Yeah.
But your frame is very stout.
Sure.
So, like, in the same way that, like, if you imagined, this is the dorkiest comparison. If you imagined Legolas sitting on the ground, Gimli would look quite his size. And Boz is there sitting. So you could reach his hand very, very easily, or his shoulder very easily.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "I mean this in no real comfort, for you are willing to put your life on the line to save the world. But sometimes the hardest assignments are the ones to protect your home while others save the world.
Boz just kind of... When he looks at you, it's hard to tell if he's glaring at you. He just looks a little shocked. And you can't tell if he's just balking at those words or at this reality he can't process, but he just kind of turns and looks at you. And he looks all at the same time like enraged, but also completely confused. Like he also doesn't understand it all. And he just... Yeah. Okay. Go up the mountain, I guess. I'll just be here.
Balls, I can take you home if
Kalaklost is some distance up the hill. He's gotten like 200 or 300 feet away from you all now. And you think you'd be out of his audible range, but his head turns and he just says, "If you leave, you'll be hard-pressed to return." And he continues treading away.
I think we'll be safe if you continue with us.
Tell just, he squeezes Bob's shoulder and he looks up and he goes, "I'll stay with him. You all are the magical ones. He and I will walk up slowly behind you. And when we get there, we get there. I've owed them one for a long time. You all go ahead. We'll catch up."
if he lets her, Ro reaches out to squeeze Boz's hand.
Okay. He like refuted Gretta's embrace before, but his shock seems to be like stilling him more now, like a numbing. And as you reach for his hand now, there's no reaction. And you squeeze it. He like rotates his hand slightly, kind of squeezing it, but also not fully reacting. He's just like scowling with confusion.
Go ahead.
I pluck one of my flowers and I tuck it in his pocket.
Okay.
Gretta takes this sending stone from Craig and she like presses it into Tella's hand and says,
Okay.
"Just call us if you need anything."
Of course. We'll be behind you. I'll get this moving in a bit. But I think you guys have urgent business.
Gretta nods. And she goes up after the dragon.
Ueg reaches out and kind of squeezes Tello's arm and just gives him this strangely knowing nod. Tello doesn't seem completely lost in the expression, but also not fully understanding, but he just nods back. And Ueg gets up and walks with you all. And in this very strange, unsatisfying, confusing moment, the fun guys move on without Boz, left there by the tree, up the hill. And the rest of the walk is a great deal more somber. It's fine if no one has any other further conversation as you all travel. At some point as you're moving up the hill, Ueg sidles up near Janus, and he says, in a quieter tone, we're really only two Janus, and he says, "Hey, I wanted to say, I'm not sure what I want to say, but I want to say something to you. And, I think maybe I was reminded
It's been going so hard, so fast here for a little bit. I think I kind of forgot how to think and feel. Just surviving. The way things are with us often.
Yes.
And I think that jarred me to... I'm glad it was you, Janus. When you met me in the street, I if you'd never met me, I would have just carried on. I would have found somebody else. That's all I know. I would have helped somebody. I would have grabbed onto something. But no matter how many wounds I closed or prayers I said, and I wouldn't have ever stopped saying them, I don't think I would have really believed much of anything. I think my faith would have quietly died my whole life. And if I could have known everything that was coming, if I could have seen into the future and seen all the hell we'd danced through together, I wouldn't have gone with you. Not a chance.
Yeah,
But I'm
wouldn't
glad
have
I
gone
didn't
with
know.
me either.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't know. I'm glad I was blind to it all. I'm glad it was you.
I think we wouldn't have been able to do half the things that we have without you. I'm incredibly glad that it was you.
He gives you the warmest, dopest smile, or dopiest smile, and he goes, No, you couldn't have.
And then I'll just pat him on his shoulder, and just keep my hand there for a while.
He just smiles at you, letting his arms sway a lot as he has this kind of kind of not quite as comically exaggerated, but he walks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo a little bit. And he just smiles and says, I love you, Janus. And he keeps walking.
Love you too.
Greta's gonna walk up behind Ro, or walk up beside her, and take her hand and just hold it as they're walking, and she's gonna say we're gonna figure it out. I think that we can, and I don't know if we can make it better, but I hope that we can. I know that we'll try to make it better.
Yeah. I think I hope Janus is right that maybe some of it can be reversed a little bit if we win.
Yeah. I think that I hope that it can. And I have faith that if even a little bit of it is protected, then it'll grow back.
I am glad that I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad he's alive. And I'm glad that and Balls.
Oh yeah, everyone.
I didn't know how it would affect. I mean, I think we felt the same things, but I'm certain that he felt it at a greater strength than me growing up there.
Well, and yeah.
But I am glad that Beth is alive. That was a call I was dreading, and silver lining and all.
Yeah. I hope that we can help.
Yeah.
that pervasive, somber displacement of what to say and do and be holds over the strained walk up. And you all just walk quietly. Zhav'ian, at some point you notice that your girlfriend has a very... Weebu's pretty unflappable. She's not the process your emotions type. She's the carry through and joke about it type. But you notice she has a really worried look on her face as you all are walking up the mountain. But she doesn't say a thing about it.
I was literally just thinking about that before you said something about her. That he was going to pay attention to her because her magic is also a level of place-based. And I know her home is the final objective. So yeah, he's gonna, I don't know, keep a close eye on her, but maybe not mention anything yet. Just walk by her and squeeze her shoulder.
Neither of you say a thing, but you watch for her. You imagine what she might be feeling. The party treads upward. You all walk quietly, a bit shocked. And eventually, the forest thins a bit. There's still beautiful trees. As you all move further up now, indeed, the leaves range wildly in color. Diversity and individual ingenuity which pales the shock of a Japanese maple. You see leaves of purple and pink and red and lime and flowers that look fantastical and comical in their arrangement and structure. There are, at some point, there are like almost what look like hanging lights, like Christmas lights between trees, but there are these long organic fibers that seem to have glowing organism along them that blink in and out, even in the daylight between trees. And
fiber optics.
And as you all get further up, as some of the soil disappears and grasses become less common and forbs and flowers along the ground and thick succulent plants growing on the sides of walks through apertures and cracks, you notice that some of the exposed, more igneous stone has bands of precious minerals in it and gemstones. And Zhav'ian and Janus and Rand'grim, you all have seen this kind of physical response in a landscape before. That as you grow near a source of very powerful deep magic, the land begins to be filled with precious materials. And you all eventually realize that...
Sorry.
You all didn't see this exact mineral response because the wellspring was in like a wooded area.
I feel like we saw this in the Lost Lands, though, with the mushroom people.
You did, yes, in that big chamber of the evaporated wellspring. And as you all move further up the slope, you realize eventually that that dark topographical point you're walking to is a great caldera.
Oh, I love
and at this yawning, crowned jaw of this long dead volcano, there is this great, broad, shallow mouth of a mountain, dark and fractured. And as you all near closer, Calaclast has been walking entirely quietly. He stops. He doesn't sit, but he just stops where he's standing. And he turns, and he says, "I yield you to the Keeper." And he turns his head back toward the caldera, and he like bends his limbs slightly, rears back, and lets out this one massive roar that just thunders across the landscape and shakes you all as it roars outward. As he does, there's this long pause. It was also thundering in your ears. And then you all watch as there's this spark of reflective light at the lip of the caldera, some couple thousand feet ahead. And there's this strange optical occlusion in the sky moving toward you all. That gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is not what I wanted to do, computer. Thank you. And eventually what begins to look like a mass of living mirrors is flying through the sky toward you all. It's fine if no one's doing anything in particular. I'm just checking to see if anyone is.
I'm looking at the thing in the sky.
I'm looking at the mirrors in the sky. How far away is it? You said it keeps getting closer, but
well,
it's
Are
coming
we
fast.
at the top of the caldera looking into it, or are we at like
you're
kind
nearing,
of like
but
still
he didn't
climbing?
take you all the way to its edge.
We're not to the rim yet.
Wait, where did he roar? Did he roar up or down? Like, was he like calling out for someone? Is
Toward
that
it.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to send an
I was
image
trying
and
to-
Lauren reference. Please don't look there yet.
I want to look at it.
But
Will
don't.
not look.
This great reflective object nears and grows until landing in front of you on the immense mountainside is a very large dragon. I've chosen artwork for a different kind because it seems the most appropriate to me. But if you'd like to go look in Lauren reference, just take whatever you look at and really play it up in your mind. This is some of the 2024's artwork for a silver dragon, and I love this image. I think it's one of my favorite depictions of a dragon I've ever seen.
It's
But
so cool.
the dragon
It's
which
like
lands there is
confetti.
this color.
Shiny.
Zach said, final episodes of the campaign, we're gonna really put the dragons in the Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, man. 8
New
years ago,
dragon
I
just
said, what should
dropped.
there be more of in D&D? And Daniel said dragons and giants, and I said herd. Um,
Every
I just
new
want to
episode,
say
dragon drops.
we had too many dungeons, okay, and we had to make up
Not
for some
enough
dragons.
dragons.
missing the dragons.
Missing them.
And this dragon that lands is, rather than silver, like a gleaming platinum all over its body. But that frill that you see in the artwork for the silver dragon, there's one down the middle and then two smaller ones out to either side. The backs of her jaw protrude into these massive horns that curl up. She gleams with brilliant light at every angle. And she dwarfs Caliclast. She makes him look so very small. Janus and Zhav'ian, so much bigger than Yeppen.
Oh.
This dragon that lands is about... She lands and sits, lowering the back half of her body, and when she sits, her head comes to somewhere between 5 and 6 stories in the air.
Does she land like in the caldera? And she's like,
No, you all have
Oh,
not
okay.
reached the lip of the caldera yet. It's still maybe 500-600 feet ahead.
so she's at
you
the
all
lip
are
of the
just-
caldera?
No, she's landed right in front of you all, because then
Oh,
she'd
right
have to
in
be 500
front
or
of
600
us.
feet away from you guys. So she's maybe 50 feet away from you all. The size of her head is about the size of like it's about the width. It's taller, but it's about the width of like a Humvee, like the military vehicle, and about the length. That's the size of this organism. Each of
Wow,
her
okay.
feet are not quite 20 feet in span. She looks like she might be almost 200 feet long. The massive spines that grow off the bottom of her jaw at angles, they look like platinum until at their tips it almost looks like they're so reflective, but they get kind of clear. It looks like they turn into diamond. And her huge sweeping tail As it moves across the mountainscape, you watch as everywhere it lifts, it touches, as it breaks stone. Any stone that is broken by her tail is left dotted with gleaming gems. As if like her physical contact with the stone turns it into some sort of a gemstone, just in little bits. And as she opens up her wings for a moment, as if stretching them for the first time in a very long time, you all have to turn your eyes away. You all have to shield your eyes from being blinded by the sunlight it reflects before she folds them back up. And immediately when she landed, Calliclast bowed his head all the way down.
Oh, I bowed too.
How to, yeah.
Yeah, if he bows, we bow.
A lot of bowing. Big bow.
Yeah.
And the massive head cocks to a side. She nods. Calliclast looks up and she says, "You may go, Calliclast. You've done well." He just nods and says, "As you wish, Keeper." And he begins treading back down the way.
Guys, that's my cousin.
Thundering with his steps. And as she lands, Janus, you watch behind her as if rising up for the first time in a very long time, attending her. These long looping bands of green and emerald in the sky, like 30-foot snakes, or well, maybe like 40 or 50-foot snakes, with wings at their backs, as Quetzalcoatl's begin filling the sky. They don't near you all anywhere near enough to approach or speak, but these huge, massive, winged snakes are just looping in the air in some distance around you all, as if a retinue of attendants staying at a distance to be called upon.
Whoa. I've never seen that word.
Say or
That
do
is
anything?
a cool word.
I'm just gonna introduce myself in hopes that she'll introduce herself.
All right. How does that go?
Yeah, I just I'm Janus. This is, and then I feel like out of nervousness I just start repeating everybody's names again.
I'm gonna send an image and Lauren reference of what the quaddles look like. Okay.
That's in my head what they sound like when they talk.
As Janus speaks and introduces, the immense figure nods, and she responds in deepest speech in this voice that is not at all loud, but surrounds you all.
Oh yeah, I would have done that in
Yana.
deeper speech too.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
She responds,
okay.
I am Yana Zangalada.
and I will spell that name for you.
Thank you.
That is Y-A-N-N-A. So Y-A-N-N-A. Y'all know what's coming next. Apostrophe. This next letter is capitalized again. So that first Y was capitalized, but this letter is also capitalized. Z. A-N-D. G-A-H. L-A-D-A. So that was capital Y, A-N-N-A, apostrophe, capital Z, A-N-D, G, A-H-L-A-D-A. Yana Zangalada.
Yana Zangalada.
Yeah, Yana
That's
Zangalada.
gorgeous. I will just make a slight joke that it looks like you sneezed and then typed.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a piece
I was literally thinking, I was like, does Zach just kind of like hit the keys and go, how can I pronounce that in French? Like, how can I
No,
pronounce
That's
that?
so
Like,
funny. Because I'm like, this name is making me curious if there's like there's obviously a naming scheme.
Yep. No, it's a lot of thought and time. Yana Zangalada. Sorry, it's been years since I practiced this name. I made this name 6 years ago. Yana Zangalada, the Keeper.
The keeper.
And she, when Kara and I were first playing around with the idea of the Isle, is when I came up with this name.
Crazy, dude.
Also, Daniel, for some reason, we're getting the fan sound again. You can either mute in between or turn the fan off, whatever suits you better. Maya's decided to start meowing.
I was like, is that a
How
cat?
flat this package of gummies.
No, that was Maya going.
I don't think those are gummies anymore.
That is
Can you guys
gummy.
hear her?
It's
Yeah.
it's gummy plate. Gummy bark. Gummy bark.
What?
And so, this keeper, Yana Zangalada, she responds, and she just continues, and she says, "Have you come to rekindle the world?"
We're trying to save it. I don't know if that's.
She smiles, this big broad smile, and she says, "Yes,
Hmm.
I've known you were coming, but only recently was I awoken."
Awoken.
Awoken by who?
She smiles, looks at Craig. She continues and she says, "I think it's time you all finally had some help." And
What?
she like
She starts
widens her
crying.
stance. She widens her stance and stands up. And this roar that comes out, I can't make, I'm just going to describe. There's first this deep bellowing, like rolling sound. There's like, but as it produces the final, like kind of that string like layered like cello pull of that like sound of a roar, it instead immediately, it like that bass remains, but it trills up higher, so much higher, and it sounds like a roar being formed out of like 10,000 orchestral stringed instruments being played all at once. It sounds like the most intense note produced by Rose Old Song, just plugged in an amp and turned up to 11 and just blasted. And it continues on and on and on for about 20 or 30 seconds. And it feels like the land shakes around you. And I need every party member to roll me a d4.
Oh.
As it thunders in your ears and shakes your core.
I.e., even you egg.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Okay. The numbers you only need to know, though I
Oh,
appreciate you
okay.
telling me, because typically you would. That number
Okay.
as
How many of us got
one single note of the old song itself just penetrates through you all. Whatever your number was you rolled, those are hit points, permanent hit points. So that's
Oh,
just
wow.
that.
Wait, that
You
we
just gained
gained?
whatever that number was just then. You just gained that number as hit points from
Holy
carrying
wow.
around
That's
Oh.
my
Cool.
first
as it thundered
reroll
through your
this.
chest. And
My
you all
roll
are like
doesn't count.
shocked there in that moment, kind of struggling to speak after that sound was produced. And that goes for Wee Woo as well. She's also there. And somewhere further down on the aisle, that sound was heard all across the aisle. So, Jack, if you'd also like to roll that number for, excuse me, Abby, if you'd like to also roll that number for Tello, you can add it on. Jackie, you can if you want for Boz, but it's also pretty clear what I'm doing here. So if you want to
Yeah.
not bother with that, you don't have to.
He got a
Um,
1, so I mean,
that's
it's not that
fine.
much anyway. Yeah.
Up to you. And you all are just kind of stunned for that moment before, you know, you're so shocked having heard that. And even after the call ceases, it echoes all around and reverberates in your ears before that sort of shaking of the aisle produces this one large thunderous crack, and the side of the caldera splits. As the ground shakes underneath your feet, massive slabs of stone fall away in the distance in part of the caldera caves. And you all can see through that sliver in the distance these long arcs of light, colorful light, as some vast source of deep magic lies beyond. And before you all can draw any nearer, you watch another great being emerge, flying out.
Third dragon.
This one,
hit the timeline.
as its wings beat, do not make
Crazy.
a wing. The sound that's produced sounds like the highest pitched wind chime you've ever heard, striking its many small plates together, or like someone moving a chandelier. This like as this dragon that flies over is this gleaming, long, serpentine, thin emerald. Not the color of emerald. Emerald. And the
Emerald
dragon, which lands nearby, is a fully gemstone dragon. The dragon is made of gemstone.
Greg, what kind of
I'm
rock check can you do? No, I'm
Going
just
to put
kidding.
an image in Lauren weapon.
There's a huge cockroach on my wall.
It was foretold.
So big.
Thought it was going to be Janus's great-great-grandpa when it was green.
Oh, literally. Bro, I think they were meaning that maybe the Quetzalcoatlus were my family and not the dragons, but I'm
Yeah.
running with the dragons. They're my family.
So I put an image of an emerald dragon in Lauren reference, and where spines would float would be on its body and ridges would
Ooh.
raise. Instead of being connected, they are gemstone spines that float near it, as if orbiting it.
So
And
cool.
the dragon like bows slightly before Janus Galada. I'll get that name soon. And she just speaks in the deepest speech, Janus Galada, and she says, Senva. And the dragon nods, and its serpentine head cracks and turns and looks at you. She says, I come to your call. Chosen defenders, I have for you the ritual. And she turns and she looks at you, Greta, and she says, Sister.
Mm.
And as she looks at you, you all watch as these emerald shards, her forehead breaks, and all of these shards of emerald float out of her head, and all of these pieces rearrange themselves floating in the air in front of her head until they make the outline of an eye, and then another eye, and then another eye, and then another eye, except these shatter into fractaline patterns until they look like infinite eyes, and they begin
That is
rotating.
so cool.
And as they rotate, they alight, and you watch her eyes just, all of a sudden in a moment, her wings lift, her eyes flash with light, and you watch as Greta falls to her knees, her head tilts backward and relaxes, and her eyes just fill with pale green light. And Greta, you are instantaneously, as this high priest of Ayun is contacted by the once great Xenal priestess of Ayun,
Oh.
which was a dragon in the former age, as this gemstone dragon shares with you the secret entrusted to her by the knowing mistress 7,000 years ago. No,
Wow.
excuse me, 11,000 years ago. And you are told of, I'm just going to tell you this, the ritual of seeding.
Okay.
Bear with me.
S-E-E.
I'm going to lay it up.
CED.
S-E-E-D-I-N-G. Seeding.
Okay.
I'm going to lay it on you,
Okay, hold on.
and we're going to do some stuff, and then we're going to go to break.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
round
ready.
out the episode. Thank you all for coming with the A game. I had a lot for you guys this evening. This is definitely what was once long ago, a couple different sessions, and then scheduling happened, and I'm putting stuff together.
Did you guys see
This is, Greta, you perceive. This was an investiture of provision. And my exact words here, you can copy down with lightning if you want, but I want you to absorb the message given. This was an investiture of provision laid by the Maker very long ago. A plan. Not for the assured battle against Zhav'ian someday. No. You see, in your mind's eye, what you saw long ago in the Temple of the Old Ones. You watch the world being written again. And it is the same vision you had long ago. You all watch Greta fall backward, see this vision, and then in a moment she will speak to you. But Greta, for you, this vision spans hours. You watch again as the world is, you watch again as the writing transpires. But this time, instead of witnessing this abstract creation, as the part where the great finger writes upon the surface transpires, you see one of the things being written into the world. And indeed, it is the world itself being written. But you read one of the lines being written into this great story. One of these verses of script. And it is a promise. A promise written when the world was made. A promise of faithfulness. And you read of this plan, not for battle, not to one day fight this certain enemy, but a plan that was made with the awareness that the beings he had made, the children of his children in this place, that they would always forget him. A knowledge that they would choose many other things. And so, when the wells ran dry, this was the plan, to seed them again. A plan to bring all the things scattered so very far away back. This is the ritual of seeding. In this moment, Greta, you instantly learn that there is among your party those chosen, both by the author and by his children, great wielders of the arcane, who can help conduct the movement of this ritual. And even more importantly, you perceive that there are here warriors who are entrusted with what they might have perceived as weapons, but what in this more ancient thought is thought of as great that you all here have this title, or at least you had this title long ago, of the Quorum of the Ordained. The word quorum, Quorum, ordained, Quorum of the Ordained, and that each of you were granted great instruments of power, the divine instruments. These were wielded by great warriors of the Elder Age, who themselves might have been entrusted with this promise. Not simply weapons, but keys to cutting through the natural and into the paracausal, prophesied in forgotten days, to eventually conduct the deep magic from its sources and to begin to start to reseed the rivers of life that ran dry so long ago. You perceive that the blade that Craig carries, that was given to him by Achmund, Star Splinter, is, as Yachala told him some time ago, not just a sword, it's a pen. You understand that the blade that Zhav'ian has, Redeemer, is not just a weapon. It is a scalpel into this lifeblood. And you know in this moment that the trident that Rand'grim wields is not just an instrument of offense. It is
a conductive ligament into the life of this world. And that these three objects, they're not just so powerful so that they can be wielded as weapons. They are some of the only weapons in existence, some of the only instruments capable of conducting that power. In this moment, you know that each of you here has a role. You just instantly know that Ro must begin the song. She must perform the old song, directing the deep well here in the Forgotten Isle that must exist over the bow of that caldera to overflow its banks. Here, the wielders of the three divine instruments must touch its power without being entirely destroyed by its world-shaping force. And then, as Rowena guides, sings, wills the magic to rise up and overflow its banks, and each of the wielders of the divine instruments are moved to conduct that power, that it will need to be Janus, who uses her great influence of the undefiled arcane, to bend that unyielding force to the purpose of the party, to not let it simply overflow and annihilate you all, but instead be directed into these instruments so they can be conducted to flow over the edge of the deep well, out of the well, and back into the world. You know in this moment how this ritual must be conducted. You know that Ro must call the magic to overflow. Janus must direct its purpose, or else it will certainly destroy all of you. And that the wielders of the divine instruments must then conduct that magic through the land so that it might once again reach the sea and flow back into the world. Gretta blinks. She fell to her knees for a moment and did this weird little back bend thing, but then she blinked it out and she was back. That just happened.
I'm gonna check on Greta because obviously I just saw Ro and
Yeah,
Dodge.
same.
A lot's been happening.
I'm gonna run over to her. So you said that we all feel this, or because you said
Greta.
you just know.
Greta.
Okay, but you were saying Greta just knows. Okay, yeah, I run to Greta as well.
I think she's facing the Emerald Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm. Who the fragments of stone of which have resealed themselves back into her forehead.
Yeah. I think that she just like puts her hands together and just like chucks her knees beneath her and just like presses her forehead, like looks at the dragon and looks at this incredible priestess, and just kind of like presses her forehead to the ground for a little bit with her hands at her chest, just like as a sign of gratitude and respect.
Senva, S-E-N apostrophe capital V-A-H. S-E-N apostrophe capital V-A-H. Senva the Sided bows back to you.
Oh.
She lifts her head up. She whispers, "Knowledge is unconcerned with rank and catechism, sister."
Oh, that's good.
Greta nods and just kind of
Also,
nods
Abby,
her head.
feel so free to just say, "I say what he said." Like, you don't have to, we don't have to, you could just say, "I tell them," if you want to.
Yeah. She like picks up her head and nods and just like kind of settles down to sit cross-legged. And just looks at the people, like her teammates, and just kind of and relays what she saw and the instructions that she got.
I don't understand how will we know how to use that, you know, like I've only used, I don't know. How do you...
Greta, you understand that it's your role to guide everyone. That you know.
I say to Craig, I say, you you and Rand'grim and Zhav'ian, you need to just guide and conduct the magic to the sea. And Craig, I think that you'll know what to do when the time comes. I think that you've known what to do every time so far.
Except when there's a field and a ring of fire, but
Well, that was a long time ago.
DM, just so I'm understanding this correct, did you say here, like where the cataclysm is? I mean, where the caldera, caldera is where it needs to happen? Was I understanding that correctly?
And Abby, I do not want to speak for you, because the whole point is that this is yours. But there's also a level of detail here that you can just inherently understand and communicate. So what Greta proceeds to explain in detail is that this is basically going to be a skill challenge.
Yeah.
And Ro's going to need to perform the old song and literally summon the deep well to respond. Then Janus is going to need to use her great power to control it, to keep it from killing everyone. Then, as it flows, each of these 3 weapon wielders will need to place their weapons into that overflowing arcana, essentially charge them, and then move to points on the path to the sea and help this flow of deep magic reach the ocean. And that these are all going to be skill challenges, essentially, that I'll probably describe to you as they go. It occurs to you all, that worn path to the mountain, it wasn't for walking up. It was cleared for flowing down.
So
there are these thunderous steps.
This is to be the site of a new deep well, or it already is, and we are freeing it.
As you ask, Zhav'ian, Yanazand.
Sounds like you're singing Anagata Davida, baby.
Yanazand Galada. Yanazand
Take a drink every time.
Kurftanant Balamila.
Take a drink every time he says it.
As Yanazand Galada smiles, she turns her head and walks up to the edge of the caldera, as if gesturing you all to come look.
I think Rand'grim takes a moment and looks at his trident for a long while, seeing this as more of a burden than it has ever been, but now seeing it not as a burden. And so he just looks at his trident for a while, and then once everyone moves, he'll look up and move after them.
Ueg hadn't gone with them yet. And as you stop looking at the trident for a second, you kind of, how you can focus on one thing immediately in your field of view and you can shift your focus to see past Daniel. As you kind of like look past the trident, he's not far back. And he just kind of nods at you and he goes, "Glad we picked you up." And he just starts walking further up.
DM, when we were walking up the mountain, I'm wondering, Greta's like mulling this all over and she's trying to, I think she's probably feeling the, like intense, like she's very excited and awestruck and honored, but I imagine that she's feeling like an intense, like, oh, I have to get this right. Like a really, like the heavy responsibility of it all. And she's just like pondering through it all. Was there, do I get the impression that there are locations that the weapon holders will need to...
when it's time.
Okay. Okay. So they need to go and touch specific locations. Okay.
This is, as we're like walking towards the edge or whatever.
Also, we're about to wrap.
Yeah, Ro looks at Gretta and just kind of says it to everyone, but she knows that Greta's the one that like had the vision or whatever. She's like, so this is to happen before we can defeat him.
Greta, you understand. Oh, this is to happen
right now.
Now.
Yeah. Greta says I think we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Zhav'ian feels a bit of more hope than he's felt in a bit. Just like, oh, there is a plan. Also, like, so being told exactly what to do. Like, we've not had much being told. Like, oh, the Maker had a specific plan, and like the level of just seeing, like, okay, like the people who are necessary for this are here. So there is some level of like destiny that has been led.
Yeah.
You all feel this great disquieting thrum of energy. Like looking up at the sun, or standing too near a fire, or reaching the edge of a cliff. A feeling that the Warriors of the Well have felt before. And as you all reach the edge of that caldera, each of you has seen a wellspring. The Warriors of the Well were near a deep well, but it was contained within a massive constructed cage, sort of, with only bits of its power streaking out. And what before you? Beyond the edge of the caldera is this massive... Well, you know what a caldera looks like. And the edges of it are the bowl, the exposed stone. Past that lip of igneous rock is just square... The surface area is just square miles of brilliant diamond.
Wow.
Miles of diamond.
Holy crap.
And beneath these brilliant reflective sheets is this roiling star surface of energy. Shifting, churning, liquid light. Opalescent and rainbow at its edges, cycling through colors, banding up in arms of power. That snap up into the atmosphere. Light dapples. Physical obfuscations to reality like heat waves, or like at some points light seems to like disrupt by their snapping, and you guys have trouble even perceiving what it is that you're looking at. Conjuration magics are suddenly formed, enchantments, evocations, lightning, energy that is similar to the electromagnetic phenomena of lightning, but entirely different, bolts upward at times and snaps away. Other times, what look like the forming edges of great rifting portals form, but then snap into other more basal forms. As the pool of energy churns and burns and cools and writhes, and you all look at a lake of deep magic. Far larger than any lake in DFW. The span of this lake is like, it's not like Great Lake size, but you're essentially looking at a small ocean of rainbow liquid light. And that is where we will end episodes 179 and 252 of
you sneaky DM boy.
Legend of the New Ones. I know that was quite a session.
Wow.
It's quite a session when we come back. Thank you guys for going hard. I'll try to keep us moving, but it is going to come at you. We'll take a break. Anyway, I can tell this after. We'll focus on the listeners now. Listeners, that was a wild session. Again, I know it feels like we're all the way at the end, but there's a lot chalked into this. So I hope you continue to enjoy the adventure. We will come back after a break for us and a week for you. But we want you to know that in every circumstance, life is an incredible adventure, and you're an important part of it. Skibbity wop.
Hi, listener.
But